Welcome you all in our Commerce Explore series, which is organized by the GS College of Commerce, Wortham. The main purpose of this series for academic enhancements of the 12th class student. The subject of this series is the organizational commerce and management. इसके लिए हमने तीन गेस्ट इनवाइट किए हैं जो है प्रोफेसर कैलाश जैतवाल फ्रॉम जीएस कॉलेज ऑफ कॉमर्स। सेकेंड गेस्ट है इस सीरीज के हमारे डॉक्टर राम पंचारिया, एचओडी ऑफ एमबी डिपार्टमेंट, बीडी कॉलेज ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग। देन थर्ड गेस्ट है डॉक्टर रुपेश डहाके, आदर्श महाविद्यालय धामनगर। तो ये मेन जो सीरीज है वो है 12th क्लास स्टूडेंट के लिए जो अभी 12th बोर्ड एग्जाम फेस करने वाले हैं। तो सबसे पहले तो आज हम स्टार्ट करते हैं इस सीरीज को प्रोफेसर कैलाश जैतवाल सर के लेक्चर से। कैलाश जैतवाल सर जो है जीएस कॉलेज ऑफ कॉमर्स वर्धा के फैकल्टी, जो 2 साल से प्रोफेशन में है। साथ ही उन्होंने अपना नेट कंप्लीट किया है और कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट एंड मार्केट सेगमेंटेशन इस टॉपिक पे वो आपको गाइड करने वाले हैं। Sir, please welcome in our seminar, and you have to start.
Thank you, ma'am. So let's begin with our PPT. And in this PPT, you can find two major concepts. As ma'am have discussed that I'll be taking your consumer protection and the marketing portion. Okay. So in this portion, we will going to have a detailed study of your chapters, which will be which are given in your textbook. So the chapter number 7 and chapter number 8 will be discussed in this lecture. Okay. So let us start with our lecture. So first of all, this lecture will be on consumer protection and marketing, and this is Assistant Professor Kailash Jadwar. I am welcoming you all in this lecture. Okay, so let's begin with our topic. Let us start with our first point, and that one is consumer protection. So we'll be taking detailed discussion of consumer protection. You can have the view of the slide in which we will going to have detailed discussion on consumer protection. Following are the points which we will going to discuss in today's lecture. So before starting anything for consumer protection, I want to share a video which is on consumer protection, and I request you all to see this focus play. Okay, please have a look on this video. You will get a definition and meaning of consumer protection through this video. So this is how you have seen that how consumer protection actually is the requirement of the hour. Okay. So before entering into the detailed concept of consumer protection, first of all, we have to discuss what is consumer and how it is impacting the modern marketing world. So consumer is the originator of organization because the person who is consuming the goods, that will be known as consumer. So the word consumer is derived from Latin word consumere, which means to eat or drink, to eat or to drink. Okay. And the consumer is one who consumes or uses any commodity or service available from natural resources for or through market. Okay. So consumer, in nutshell, I want to tell you that consumer means any person who buys any good or hire it, or that person is using that commodity or any kind of service. And because and why he is getting that services, because he is paying some kind of payment to the buyer. Okay, so that is how consumer is a person who buys the product, who consumes the product. Okay, and that is why because of consumer only this economy is actually moving. And that's why we also call consumer, as consumers are pillar of economic development in any country, as the entire economy revolves around them. Okay, so this is how we can find the meaning of consumer here. So why we are requiring to, why we are needing, why we are giving too much importance to consumer protection. This is because consumer, we know, and we also some of you all obviously heard about the this fact, and that one is a consumer is a king of the market. You all know this, but this king is not being treated properly because of some malpractices, because of some fraudulent activities which is being conducted by the marketers. Okay, so that's why we are requiring consumer protection. As refer to the video, we have just seen the video in which you can see that we all are consumer. That means we all are consuming each and every activities which we are carrying right now. So we all are consumer in one and the other way. And to get this thing and to get these things properly managed, we have to protect the interest of consumer. Otherwise, if there is not proper management of consumer protection, and if there is not management of consumer safety, so that might be somewhat difficult for consumer to buy the commodities, buy the services confidently. And if this fear is coming into the mind of consumer, so that time that consumer can obviously impact the economic development of any country. So that's why this is the reason why we are focusing on consumer protection. So why we are discussing about the consumer protection? So because need of participation of consumer, because here it is noted that a business organization takes decision independently, even though they are taking for consumers, but they are not involving consumers to create policies, to make decisions. But if this activities, if products are for consumers, so why consumer should not be consulted? So that's why need of participation of consumers are actually very much requiring to create great policies. And on the other hand, consumers have too less information, or I should say lack of information, because there is a lack of direct contact between consumer and manufacturer. So that's why here is the lack of information which consumers don't have. Okay, so today's markets are full of domestic as well as imported products. Therefore it is very difficult to get correct and reliable information about product before any purchase. Okay, so one one of the important thing, that one is consumer ignorance, because of irrational behavior of particular consumer can create ignorance activities in the market, and because of this they can get fooled by marketers. And if we will going to see, sellers has different types of unions, but buyers don't have that type of organization. They are not organized in the proper manner. So that's why, because of unorganized level of consumers, they are getting fooled by sellers. Spurious goods, misleading advertisements, and malpractices of malpractices in business activities are continuously hampering the growth of economic development, because consumers are fearful. So because of this fear, they are not getting too much of commodity from market, and because of this reason, economic development can be hampered. Okay, so इन कारणों के वजह से, इन सभी कारणों के वजह से कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी हो जाता है. अगर कंज्यूमर का पार्टिसिपेशन बराबर नहीं है, उसके पास इंफॉर्मेशन की कमी है, अगर वो इग्नोर कर रहा है मार्केट इंफॉर्मेशन को, और अगर वो एक अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर में है, मतलब उनके यूनियंस नहीं है, उनको खराब गुड्स दिए जा रहे हैं, मिसलीडिंग एडवर्टीजमेंट हो रही है, ये सभी चीजों के वजह से जो ये माल प्रैक्टिस वाला इन्वायरमेंट बनता है बिजनेस में, इस वजह से कंज्यूमर का जो इंटरेस्ट है, कंज्यूमर का जो प्रोटेक्शन है, वो सेफ जोन में नहीं होता. सो दिस इज हाउ कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन आर रिक्वायर्ड. Next, what are the rights of consumer? So the rights of consumer are, which you can have look in front of you. So first, right of consumer is to right to safety. So what does it mean? So right to safety means consumer should get protected through the spurious production process and various services which are hazardous for health or life. Okay. uh, and on the other hand, right to information. So proper information should be displayed on the product or services properly to give information about particular thing. Okay, so according to this right, consumer should be provided with adequate information. कंज्यूमर को पर्याप्त इंफॉर्मेशन देना जरूरी होता है, अदरवाइज उसे वो प्रोडक्ट कैसे यूज करना है, कितने मात्रा में यूज करना है, कब वो एक्सपायर होने वाला है, ये सभी इंफॉर्मेशन देना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी हो जाता है. अदरवाइज वो कंज्यूमर कोई गुड्स या सर्विस अच्छे से यूज नहीं कर पाएगा. फिर दूसरा राइट आता है राइट टू चूज, एंड दिस राइट प्रोवाइड्स ऑप्शन टू द कंज्यूमर टू हैव डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ गुड्स through from the basket of ample amounts of varieties. So if I want to get soap, so I have I can get soap of different varieties. If I want to have soap of sandal, so I can get sandal soap. If I want to have soap which is made from lemon, so I can get lemon soap. If I want to get soap from made up of from milk, so I can get soap which is being made by milk. So that is how consumer can have different types of variety for particular product. Okay, so this is how right to choose is very important for consumer. Then we have a right to be heard. That means every business organization should listen and solve the complaints, that means redressal of consumers. That means if consumers are giving continuously bad feedback, so that time that feedback should be taken seriously, and that feedback can be feed forwarded to take corrective actions. Okay, so feedback सिर्फ लेना नहीं होता है, feedback लेकर उसकी जो लैक्यूनाज है, उसमें जो कमियां हैं प्रोडक्ट या फिर सर्विसेज में, उसको कंप्लीट करना भी होता है. ओके, सो इस प्रकार राइट टू हर्ट भी बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी हो जाता है. उसके बाद हमारे पास राइट है राइट टू कंज्यूमर एजुकेशन, एंड this right is consisting of right to information, right to safety. These all are the things which by which consumer should be educated. So for the consumer's education, what are the things? Consumer should know what are the information given on the labels of particular product, contents of product, expiry of product, manufacturing date of product, price of product, These all are the things which are required for the consumer's education. So this is how these all are the rights which can be exercised by consumer. So these all are the basics rights which can provide consumers power to have good level of protection into the market. So they have right to represent, they have right to redress if there is some kind of grievances, they have right to healthy environment. Okay, they are requiring goods but not on the cost of environment. Okay, so environment को बेकार करके कोई इकोनॉमी सुधारना, ये कोई भी अकलमंदी की बात नहीं होती है. That means if we want to have a healthy economy, that means we should not compromise with environment, and healthy economy and healthy environment both are common perspectives and the primary perspectives. Okay, so right to protect from unfair business practices and right against spurious products that we have just taken. So these all are the rights of consumers which consumers can actually exercise it. Then we have what are the responsibilities of consumers. That means they to have all types of rights, just we have seen in previous slide. But responsibilities are also important because consumers can get fooled by different marketers. So they should be very much aware, and they should follow some kind of responsibility. So what kind of responsibilities they have? The consumer should use his rights. That means these rights, the given rights, should be used by consumers properly. Otherwise malpractices can be there. Then we have responsibilities of consumers. So what are the responsibilities? They should follow, they should exercise their rights. Cautious consumers, that means they should take cautiousness. They should file complaint if they want to against some issues. They can go for quality check. By quality consciousness, they should check quantities before paying for that product or service. They should be aware of exaggerating advertisement, that means misleading as advertisement, the rosy advertisement which are actually not in proper content. That means they will not be giving you the things which are they actually proposing. So that type of advertisement should be taken care of. There we have demand of invoice and guarantee warranty card. So if there is any kind of guarantee, so you should take guarantee card. If there is warranty, so you should get warranty card. Okay, तो जब भी हम कोई भी प्रोडक्ट लेते हैं तो उसका इनवॉइस हमें लेना है. अगर गारंटी है तो गारंटी कार्ड मांगना है सेलर को, और वारंटी कार्ड है तो वारंटी कार्ड मांगना है. देन वी हैव द लास्ट पॉइंट, प्री प्लान्ड बाइंग. दैट मीन्स चले गए मार्केट और कुछ भी उठा के ला लिया, ऐसा कभी नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर आपको लेना है कोई भी चीज़ तो आपको पहले से प्लान करनी चाहिए, कंपेयर करना चाहिए. प्लान कंपेयर करके बेस्ट क्वालिटी और बेस्ट क्वांटिटी क्वालिटी के हिसाब से प्रोडक्ट आपको चुनने हैं. ओके, so that is how pre-planned buying can help you to get good product. Okay, so these all are the uh, responsibilities which should be taken care by consumers. So to protect the interest of consumer, we have Consumer Protection Act 2019. That act has been divided into three parts. First, district commission, then we have state commission, and finally international commission. So all activities related to consumers are being divided into three parts: district, state, national. So consumer के जो इंटरेस्ट है, कंज्यूमर के बारे में अगर कुछ हमें डिस्कस करना है, उनके इंटरेस्ट को सेफ रखना है, उनको सेफ रखना है, तो हमें एक एक्ट दिया गया है. और वो एक्ट है जो कि पार्लियामेंट के थ्रू आया है, और वो एक्ट का नाम है कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट 2019. और इसमें इसके पूरे के पूरे काम 3 लेवल में डिवाइड कर दिए गए हैं, जिसमें पहला डिस्ट्रिक्ट, दूसरा स्टेट और लास्ट में नेशनल कमीशन है. तो ये 3 कमीशन के थ्रू पूरा का पूरा जो पूरी की पूरी एक्टिविटीज है कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट के थ्रू मैनेज की जाती है. सो व्हाट आर दे एंड हाउ वी कैन स्टडी दैट. सो I have given directly the comparative study of these three forums. So they uh, they go as per their name. So meaning, in meaning, you can find they will going to deal the redressal forum at district level. District commission will operate at district level. State level commission will state commission will operate at the state level, and then we have national commission which will be taken care at the national level. Okay, so these all are the things which we can bifurcate on these district, state, and national levels. So who is the president in district commission? So district judge will be the president of it. So in district commission, we will be having district judge as commission. We'll be having high court judge in the state commission and supreme court judge in the national commission. Here we the minimum member is two, and there is like minimum member is two in district commission. For state commission it is 4, and for national commission it is again 4. Okay, so you have to remember these things, and let us talk about membership tenure. So the membership can have the membership of term of 5 years. Okay, and or up to the age of 65 years. That means whichever is earlier. So 5 years or 65 year, whichever is earlier, that will be the tenure of member. And this is common for each and every level. Okay, and then we have area covered, area, district, state, and the country level. This is very easy. Monetary jurisdiction. So monetary jurisdiction will be to entertain complaint which are value of the goods or services paid as consideration does not exist. What is written here? Does not exist rupees 1 crore. So does not exist rupees 1 crore, and here 10 crore, and again here 1 crore, and between 10 crore. So for district commission, not more than 10 crore. For state commission, 1 crore to 10 crore, and for national commission, it is more than 10 crore. So this is how we can bifurcate the study of Consumer Protection Act. Okay, so this is about the Consumer Protection Act. Now let us discuss about the marketing concept. Okay, so this is your second chapter in today's session. Firstly we have seen about consumer protection. Now we are taking our focus towards marketing. Okay, so marketing is the 8th chapter in your syllabus, and this is given in following points. So we will going to have detailed discussion on this following points. Okay, so this is your syllabus for marketing, and let us discuss this one by one. But before having discussion on this, I want to give you a video.
Although selling and advertising have been around for thousands of years, the concept of marketing only came about. Some people think that marketing is just a fancy way of saying advertising. However, the truth is much more complicated than that. Although selling and advertising have been around for thousands of years, the concept of marketing only came about relatively recently. It was first defined in 1959 by the Italian economist Giancarlo Pallavinsi. An offspring of economics, marketing involves the analysis of products and consumers. There are numerous theories that help you separate potential customers into target groups and strategies to examine how suitable a product is to be sold or marketed to those groups. Marketing researchers test a product to see whether the target group will respond positively and buy it. For example, they can test a product's size, packaging, or its price. And sometimes their research reveals a market gap by identifying a need that no product fulfills, which leads to the development of new products. Thank you for watching.
So this is how you have seen about the general meaning and general meaning of marketing. So let us take it in detail. So as I am referring to the video, marketing is a part and parcel of modern day's life. Okay, this is not the very ancient concept. We should not say it is very oldest concept. It is the modern concept, and it is impacting modern day's life. Marketing is a perspective in nature, and it affects our day-to-day life in every possible manner, because it has very intense and very deep impact in our mind. So because of our behavioral action into the market, they can we can purchase goods and they can sell the goods. They means marketer can sell the goods. But before this purchase and sale, we must have some idea about particular product, and from where we are getting these ideas. So we are getting these ideas from different types of advertisements, and from where we are referring this advertisement. We are referring this advertisement from social medias, from social platform, or through the printed platform as well. Okay, so this is how marketing is impacting our social life. So according to Philip Kotler, what is the definition of marketing? So marketing is a societal process by which individuals and groups obtain that they need and want through creating, offering, and freely exchanging products and services of value with others. That means, let's decode this. Let's decode this definition. So, marketing is a societal process in which individual and groups obtain what they need and what want through creating, offering, and freely exchanging product and services of values with offer. That means they will going to first go into the process, societal process, in which they will influence, they will create impact in front of individual or group of people, so that they can give what they are needing, what they are trying to give, and in exchange they can get the value of that product. That means price of it. Okay, so that is how marketing provides a platform to sell the product and get the value of it in return. Okay, so this is how this is how we have seen the meaning of the marketing. So to give precise concept of market, so market is derived from actually Latin word marketus. So before having discussion on marketing, we should understand what is market actually. So marketing is a Latin word, came from marketus, which means to trade merchandise, or a place where business is transacted. In simple word, market is the place where two or more parties are involved in buying and selling. But in today's era, we cannot say this should be and this has to be the physical place. In today's era, we are in the era of e-business. We are in the era of e-commerce. That means we will not going to have anytime everywhere the physical market. Here we have the e-market, the virtual platform on which we can buy or sell the product. So by different types of basis, we can create a definition of our market. So we have actually 6 bases. First was place, then we have commodity, exchange, area, demand, and space or digital concept. So on these 6 bases, you can find different types of definition of this concept, the concept of marketing, and that you can refer from the book only. Okay, so I request you all to just go through with all the definition which is provided in your syllabus, and that one is actually given on different types of basis. So you should follow the basis on which the definition of market is defined. Okay, so actually we are running out of time, and we have to complete this in very specified time actually. So we have to take the other slide, and that one is about a concept of market, and concept of market, in which we will going to deal with types of market. Okay, so what are the types of market under the concept of market? So The types of market has been defined in various levels. So by different types of sections, we can have the market concept. So types of market we can discuss in actually 7 platform. One is area, second one is time, then we have volume of transaction, after that importance, then nature of goods, and then after regulation and competition. So when we are talking about the basis of area covered, so that means the area has been divided into three three platforms, three parameters, and that one is the local market, national market, and international market. Local market means the market which are actually performing in regional areas, and the market for commodities which are sold within the local geography, local geographical limitations. Okay, that will be known as local market. National market means the commodity or the services which we will going to sell or buy within the country, that will be known as national market. Then we have international market. International market says you can buy or sell the product across the geographical limitation of particular country. Okay, so the market of commodities which are produced in one country and sold in other countries is known as international market. Then we have on the basis of time, then we in which we have three bases: very short, and long period market. So very short period market is for very small time of span, and that one will be for hours or for days, and not more than that. And this market will be for perishable goods, and that's why it is also known as perishable market, which will be for perishable goods like vegetable, fruits, milk products, which are being continuously transacted. So that's why that will come in very short period market. Then we have short period market that will be for not for hour or for day. That will be long lasted for 2 or 3 months, and this is the market which we can have on the weekly basis, or on the festival basis, or the basis which are market during particular fair hours. So for perishable or semi-perishable durable goods are sold in this market. Then we have the last concept in time section, and that one is long period market. And long period market is the market which will be existing for longer period, and this longer period may be for more than 1 year. And in this type of market, durable commodities which are generally non-perishable are in nature are being transacted. Okay, so this is how we can bifurcate the meaning, the type of market in the on the basis of time. Then we have volume of transaction, wholesale market, retail market. Wholesale market will be buying and selling of product at bulky ways, and vice versa for retail market. Then we have importance of market, types of market on importance, in which we have primary market, secondary market, and terminal market. So in the primary market, we will going to have the products which are actually agricultural based, agricultural product, forest product, example fruits, vegetable, and food grains, that will be taken in primary market. Then we have secondary market that will be on semi-processed goods. So semi-processed goods like yarn market, iron market, zinc market, ore market, gold market, that all are the consider that we all can consider in secondary market. Then we last have for terminal market. Terminal market means, terminal market refers to market where goods are sold in the ultimate consumers, to the ultimate consumers. That may be, that might be from market to direct to the consumer, and not to the customers actually. They will going to have give product to the consumer only. Then we have nature of goods, regular market or unregular market. So regular market which are actually continuously working and regulated continuously on statutory supervision of a particular country. For example, commodity exchange, stock exchange, foreign exchange. These all are the regulated market. Unregulated market means the market which are not being regulated by specific regulator. So it is generally operates according to the forces of demand and supply, just like market for the commodities. Then we have market on the basis of competition. So how we can bifurcate the market into the consumer levels. So first we have perfect market, then we have imperfect market. Perfect market is a market where large number of buyers and sellers buy and sell their homogeneous product. And in imperfect market refers to the market situation characterized by market imperfections such as wholesaler or the things where demand and supply will be in the imperfect manner with imperfect knowledge. Okay, so that will be in the imperfect market. So that is we covered seven bases in the types of market section. Then we have importance of marketing. So importance of marketing again bifurcated into three areas, and that one is to the society, to the firms, and to the consumers. So what are the actually importance of marketing to the society? So for society, increase in standard of living, it helps to provide employment, it decreases the distribution cost, it aware consumers, and it by this way it is increasing national income. So that is how they can the marketing can be beneficial for the society and can create important impact on the society. Then we have importance of marketing in to the firm. So what are the importance of marketing for the firm? So it increase awareness, increase sales because it promotes goods, it creates trust, and create consumer loyal, provide sources of new ideas, and it helps to tackle the competition. And that is how firm can get benefit by this 5 points. Okay, then we have importance of marketing to the consumer. So importance of marketing to the consumer, it promotes product awareness, provides quality products, provide variety of products, helps in selection, and the consumer satisfaction because they are consuming different types of varieties of a product from the market. And not only they are using that product, they are satisfyingly using that product with best utilities. Okay, so that's why they are also satisfied. So because of these concepts, because of these areas, marketing can be said as the essential part of business environment. Okay, next we have what are the functions of marketing. So we have actually n numbers of functions of marketing, in which we have brought down 13 major areas, which you can see in front of your screen. And that one is first of all they what marketing actually does. So marketing is actually provide market research before putting any product into the business competitions. Okay, before putting any product into the market, they will first test the marketing areas. They will first test the market flavors. Then after because then after they will go for marketing research, and finally they will be proceeding for putting the product into the market. After this, they will going to plan all these things, and they will plan the launching of product. Before launching of product, they will going to provide design to the product, content to the product. They will properly develop whole product. Then after they will standardize and grade that product. After that, they will going to provide rosy packaging, labeling, branding to that product. And these all are the things are possible only because of marketing. And these all are the basic components of marketing. And we can provide promotional activities through branding and packaging as well. So that is how marketing provide multifunctional role through particular function. Okay, so only by having packaging, we are not just covering our product into a safe wrapper. We can also provide different types of marketing ideas in front on the packaging labels. Okay, so that is how consumer marketings provide these things in our basket. Then we have it provide consumer support by giving after sales services, They provide promotional channels, distribution activities, transportation activities, and warehousing activities in the same manner. Okay, so that is how marketing cover these types of activities in in the marketing section, in the functional section. Okay, so these all are the functions which are actually giving life to marketing activities. And because of these 13 points only, marketing is very essential part to launch a product and give that product a beautiful life. So this is how these all are the functions. The last and very important point, and that one is marketing mix. And what is marketing mix actually? Marketing mix means a combination of factors that can be controlled by a company to influence consumers to purchase its product. That means they will going to have particular combination of different factors by which they can influence consumer, or influence they can influence the group of individuals to purchase particular product from their company. So what are that factors? So that factors are named as 7 P's factor, and these all are the very famous factors which is being discussed by different marketing gurus. So these marketing gurus are continuously talking about this 7 P's. Even Philip Kotler is continuously giving their ideas, giving his ideas for these 7 P's. So what are that 7 P's? Product, promotion, price, place, people, process, physical evidence. So these all are the 7 P's by which we can operate marketing mix properly. So marketing mix is the combination of different marketing variables that the firm blends and control to achieve the desired result from the target market. In simple words, the marketing mix is the putting the right product at the right time, at the right price, in the right place. So that is how it is very essential thing to to uh, to give proper administration to particular product. Okay, so there are actually 7 P's, in which first we have product. So product refer to the goods and services which are being offered by company to the consumer, and that will be the basic idea. That will be the idea. Product will be known as idea by company and the product by the consumer. Okay, and success of business depends on the impact of the product in the minds of consumer, and this impact is being created by marketing. Then we have price. Okay, so what is then we have promotion. So after creating particular product, we have to promote that product at the international level, or I should say at a national level, to pitch the product into the mind of consumer. So promotion is this promotional strategies are the key things which can give existence to particular product. Obviously, price give the impact to demand. So price can be decided by manufacturer, but at a very but having in the mind that reasonability should be there. Particular product should be promoted at a proper platform, with with reasonable price, at proper place, and into proper people. Okay, so that's why you cannot sell doggies to poor people, because they are starving for they are starving for starving for food. Why they will going to purchase a puppy of rupees 10,000? They don't have this much that much of they don't have that much level of income, so they will not going to have puppies worth rupees 10,000. So you have to sell that into the rich people. So that's how uh, uh, product should be product should be delivered at proper place, in the proper at the proper place, and in between the proper people. And I should say adequate forces should be applied to give that product into the some section of people. Okay, then we have process and physical evidence. So process refers to the steps involved in delivering products and services to the consumer. So from the manufacturer to the consumer, there is a huge gap, and that gap can be completed by distribution channel. And distribution channel can provide a chain between manufacturer and to the customer. So that is how process of distribution of these goods are actually very important to give proper goods and services to consumers. Good process helps to ensure same standard of services to customers as well as save time and money by increasing efficiency. Final, we have physical evidence, or we also can say that a physical environment. Okay, so physical environment. So physical environments refers to marketing environment wherein interaction between consumers or customers and firms takes place. So this physical environments also can be the part of the marketing mix. And if this physical evidence of a physical environment is very good and very strong, so that time any manufacturer can easily develop product and deliver that product to the consumer. So that is how these all 7 P's are equally important to give prosperous future to particular product. Okay, so this is how we have discussed about marketing. So in this lecture we have seen about the consumer protection and about the marketing, which are 7th and 8th chapter in your book. And if you have any kind of difficulties, just let us know. You can put your question in the into the comment box, or you can directly call to us. Okay, so be safe in your home and just study about your core subjects, and don't let this time go for granted, and focus on your studies. Thank you.